This is Charlene at Wicked Awesome Cards. Today I'm going to show you how to create this gorgeous Christmas card. The Stampin group is having their Christmas in July stamp hop blog today. So this is the card I created for it. And I have a special guest helping me out. Her name's Heather and she's my daughter. Come say hi, Heather.
Hi.
This card was created using the Swirly Scribbles Thinlits and the Swirly Bird stamp set, which you can get in a bundle with 10% off, which is great. And also I used some items from the Jar of Love stamp set, the Everyday Jars Framelits, the Snow Place stamp set, and I also used the brick wall embossing folder to make this gorgeous brick wall that the wreath is hanging on. Heather's going to show you how to create this beautiful brick wall. I love how the grout kind of matches the crumb cake card base underneath. So let's get started. The cardstock that you're going to need for today's project is one sheet of crumb cake cardstock, Stampin' Up! Crumb cake cardstock that is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and is scored at 5 1/2. You're also going to need a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and this piece is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is for the brick wall. I also have a couple of scraps that we're going to use to stamp the smaller items. Just a scrap of very vanilla and a scrap of old olive paper. Okay, I think we can give it a try now. I'm taking my bone folder and I'm going to give this card a really nice crease on the score that I made. And we should be all set on that. Now Heather is going to show you how to create the brick wall. So I'm going to get up and she's going to sit down.
Hey, so my name's Heather and I'm Charlene's daughter, and I'm going to show you how to emboss this awesome brick wall that's on this card. I'm going to be using the Sahara Sand stamping pad and one dauber and then the brick wall embossing folder.
Yep.
Okay. So the first step to get the color of the grout inside the brick wall, we're going to take the dauber, and on the inside of the embossing folder we're going to be choosing the side that has it's bumped up. This side is in. So we're just going to ink the dauber and very lightly rub it over the, I guess this is the, what is this? Grout.
Grout lines.
How hard do you do it?
Just like that.
You can't really see
Keep
it.
going.
I think I'm gonna do more up here.
Go all the way to the top.
Like up here.
And you only need like 3 inches.
So once you've applied the Sahara Sand ink to the embossing folder, you're going to take your piece of very vanilla cardstock and you're going to place it, I suppose, the long way on this embossing folder and close it. Get this out. Ooh, did I just get it on my face?
And here's the big shot for you, Heather.
Okay. So this is the big shot, and in order to emboss on the big shot, you're going to take your multi-purpose platform and open it to tab 1. And then you have your one clear plastic piece, and you're going... You have your one clear plastic cutting plate, and you're going to sandwich your embossing folder. Sandwich your embossing folder in between the two clear cutting plates. Is it gonna go in this way? It's not.
Yes, it does. You just have to make sure it's straight. Yep.
And then you're going to roll it through the embosser just one time. Take that. And once it is successful, you should have a brick wall with grout.
Okay, thanks, Heather.
Take that with you and go. You don't have to whisper. No one's gonna hear this part.
That came out awesome. It looks so authentic. I can't even believe it. But it's definitely a brick wall created with paper. Okay. So now we have our card base made out of crumb cake, and we have our brick wall. Another feature I added to this card was a strip of washi tape right here. Recently I did a stamp class using this awesome tin of cards kit. It's a designer tin of cards. So I decided to use this washi tape from the tin of cards on this card. I lined up my brick wall all the way to the end on the right side. Then I took my washi tape. I'm going to flip the card this way for a minute. And I just kind of lined up where I wanted to put my washi tape and just laid it down pretty quick, just ripping the edges. I took my paper snips, kind of smoothed this out a little bit, and I trimmed off the edges. Pretty easy. So when you put this brick wall on, the washi tape kind of shows on this edge. It's kind of cool. So bringing my original card back in, I used the Swirly Scribbled Thimblets, and I used the largest Swirly Scribble from that set of Thinlets, which the Thinlets come in this set, and there's 3 different sizes. I used the biggest Swirly to create the wreath on here, and I already have one cut out just to save a little time, and I did it in the old olive paper. The scrap piece that I had, that's what I used. So we have that all set. There were also, as part of this set, you get the Swirly Bird stamp set itself. There are 2 little swirlies. I used these 2 swirly stamps from the set. I stamped them with Versamark on my very vanilla. I did 3 of the bigger size, 2 of the smaller size. I also used my embossing buddy first before I stamped, so I wouldn't pick up any extra pieces going anywhere, any extra embossing powder. I then took my gold embossing powder, which I keep in these little containers, and I embossed the 5 swirlies. I've already done them here, and they're pre-cut, and here they are. I've got 2 of the bigger ones, 3 of the bigger ones, and 2 small ones. Okay, there's one missing. Let's see where it
I
is.
think it's stuck.
Oh, yep, it was hiding. So I've got 2 of the small ones and 3 of the bigger ones. I then took my real red ink pad, and with the little bird that comes in Swirly Bird, which is so cute. Maybe you can see him here a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And I stamped him on a little piece of Very Vanilla, and he doesn't have a matching thinlet, unfortunately. So I just cut him out by hand. It was pretty easy, and here he is. So these are all my pieces. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Also, from the Jar of Love set, on my Very Vanilla scrap piece, I stamped out this leaf set. There's 2 leaf sets on here. I used this one that has less leaves on it. I stamped that twice and cut it out with the Everyday Jars framelits that matches the Jar of Love stamp set. Cuts out perfectly every time. I love it. These are going to be for my wreath too. So here are all my pieces that I need for this card. Okay, I'm going to put these all aside now and start assembling the card. I'm just putting the wreath on first, and I'm just using a little Tombow multi-purpose glue. Just kind of putting some dots of it here and there on the bigger, wider areas. Make sure you try to get, the edges. Mostly just putting some dots here and there. And I'm just kind of putting it on I don't need the base card right now. I'm just kind of putting it right on the brick wall in the middle. Very easy. I'm going to bring in these leaves from the Jar of Love stamp set that we framelit out and cut off a little bit, probably about 3/4 of an inch or so on the bottom, this extra. And I'm also going to use my Tombow multi-purpose glue to glue them on the bottom of the wreath. At least that's what I'm calling the wreath. Making sure that I don't really go too much over the edge of the card, because this will be the edge of my card here. I may have to trim this up just a little bit more. That's good. All right, let me adhere my other one here. Just putting a little Tombow, not too much. And kind of have them so they're spraying out to the side. Whoops.
I'm gonna cut that part out.
You're going to need some Stampin' Dimensionals to put on the little small swirlies here. They look so pretty embossed in gold. They almost look like, I don't know, gold coins or something. They're really, really pretty, like in person when you see them. So all I did was, I'm going to pop up one right in the middle using a dimensional, one of the bigger ones. Right in the middle. And then I took the 2 bigger ones and kind of just put a little dab of glue and stuck them on there. You can, like the ones you're not popping up can be tucked underneath. And I'll put another big one up here. You can arrange them however you like. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I think I'm going to put a small one right here with a little dab of Tombow. And then I'll probably pop up the last one. The dimensional fits perfectly on both the bigger swirl and the smaller swirl. You don't even have to cut them, which is great. So I think I'm going to line this one up right over here. Oh, cute. Next, you're going to add a dimensional to this cute little bird that I stamped in real red ink. Just one dimensional will do. And just pop him right up somewhere so he's kind of peeking out of all those little swirlies. This is so cute. All right, now we're going to attach him to the rest of the card. And I did put dimensionals on the back of this also. So I'm going to do that and just, I kind of loaded this up a little because it's kind of a long piece of paper. So I put about 6 and then I added a couple more in the middle here. So Heather, what do you think of this card?
I think it's great to send to relatives who live out of town who don't often get to see cards that you make.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that. That's a great person. I just like birds at Christmas time. I think that's a great idea. How cute is that? The only other thing I did to this card was add a sentiment on the side right above the washi tape. I used a stamp set that actually had come out last year in the holiday catalog, and it returned again in our annual catalog when it came out this past June, and I was so psyched because I had bought this stamp set and a friend of mine used it for her Christmas cards, and it's adorable, and I'm so glad that I get to use it again this year. So I'm just going to use the little Merry Christmas. This is called Snow Place. It's an awesome set. I'm going to stamp this in Early Espresso ink right on the side of the card. Let me see if I can line this up on my grid paper. Give it a quick stamp. And I stamped it towards the bottom of the card, so for me it was easier to turn the card sideways and then stamp. And I just lined it right up on the bottom, gave it a quick little stamp. So cute. All right, and here it is. Very easy, a quick card. Not too much detail involved, but I think just a very cute card. I had actually added a little wink of Stella to the bird, but I think I kind of like him without it. I think he really stands out on this card. So I hope you get a chance to hop from blog to blog. That's why we call it a blog hop on the Stampin' Group July, Christmas in July blog hop. There are some amazing cards on this blog hop. There's so many talented demonstrators in this group. So I want to thank my daughter Heather for helping me out today. And thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.